Today, I've got big news about the channel, and then we are going to double check our fusion progress so far and prepare our future fusion plans. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock, and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Let's get the bad news out of the way right away. This is about the channel. The free-to-play accounts are gone. I actually recorded a longer video about this yesterday, kind of explaining in a little bit more detail than what I'll probably say today. And unfortunately, my pop filter here hit my mute button, which is right here on my microphone, when I recorded that video. And so that video has no audio and won't see the light of day. But basically, the reality is that I needed to get my stuff together, right? I needed to get my life back on track. The medication was the first step, and now it's time to take the larger steps, getting a job, being more, I've already talked about being more active within my family and stuff like that. So for those of you that have followed those episodes and know what I'm talking about, great. If not, just skip, no big deal. I'm not offended if you guys don't care about what's going on in my personal life. But listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. The free-to-play accounts, both of my free-to-play accounts, the one I've been running for close to 2 years now, and the free-to-play account using Supreme Galek, both of those accounts are on hiatus. In fact, they're out of the clan. I haven't logged on to them in several days, and I just don't have time to run 3 accounts anymore. I'm very busy. I'm very active with my family. I'm spending time doing things with them this summer, enjoying my time with my family rather than playing this game. And a big part of it is that I have applied myself more to this particular account as well. I'm doing live arena daily. I've tried to do live arena daily, trying to progress in Faction Wars hard and as limiting as as well as I can on this limited account. And I'm prioritizing trying to get any mythical resources that I can, as well as making a big push for Marius, which is right around the corner for me. So this is just a big hold up here. I'm sure that those of you that have Marius understand how frustrating this particular mission can be. And so all of those things combined just doesn't allow me the time to play those accounts other than to just log in and do dailies and weeklies. Weeklies being Hydra and Chimera. And I'm just not getting the satisfaction out of all 3 accounts as much as when I focus on one account and can optimize that and still allow myself time to enjoy other games, enjoy other things besides only playing Raid Shadow Legends across all of these accounts. That's the big news. It's the bad news about the account, is that the free-to-plays are put on hold. They will probably come back at some time, at some point. I will say that there's a chance that free-to-play, the main free-to-play account, might not be free-to-play anymore, because if I wait 1 month, I can buy Elva on that account, and that would completely change that account into a powerhouse. I'm not 100% going to do that, guys. I'm just letting you know that it's in the back of my mind. I gotta be honest with you guys. We'll see. I know a lot of you guys came here for free-to-play stuff, and I want to stick to it. You guys, let me know in the comments. Want me to break it and ruin that account forever, or just keep it as the luckiest free-to-play ever? So we will see, guys. But in the meantime, what are we doing on this account? Well, we are going to be focusing on this fusion. So today we're going to do a quick update. We're going to go through everything that we've completed so far, and then what the plan is for the future as we are at the halfway point. So very, very quickly, if we go in here, we can see that I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of the rare. And I do have one of the epics. I gotta remember what this guy looks like. It's gonna be a little harder.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Okay, so I do have one copy of the epic. We can see here. I'll let my editor figure out how to do that one. But yeah, we have one copy of the epic, and then we have 7 of the rares. So with having one epic, we are allowed to skip 4 events. That was kind of the whole point. And we talked earlier about what events we were going to skip, but things change, right? So we want to make sure we're double checking and going through the calendar. So here's the calendar. I've got a pen ready to go. So we did Dungeon Divers 1. We did the Spider Tournament. We did the Summon Rush for both, right? Did the first champion training, gear enhancement, classic arena. I did the Ice Golem tournament. These check marks are getting way out of hand. But what I did not do, Dungeon Divers 2, and I won't do gear enhancement 2. So those are 2 that I can skip because I did this big summon rush for the epic. So now I can skip 2 more. So let's take a look now at what I want to do. I would say, so the champion chase, so that's going to start Friday, right? And we're going to pull for that. So we are definitely doing that. The dragon tournament we are going to do on Saturday. I'm going to set that up to run on Saturday so we can do this Dungeon Divers as well. So we'll do dragon tournament and we'll go ahead and say that we'll do the Dungeon Divers. Champion training is actually one that I'd like to skip because I don't have anybody that I want to level, and these are just more annoying to do than anything else. Why don't we go ahead and mark that as a skip here because I don't like doing champion training. Then I've got classic arena, gear enhancement, and Fire Knight tournament. So we'll definitely do classic arena because those are very easy to do. And then it comes down to gear enhancement or Fire Knight. I think I'm going to leave this one up to whatever is going to be easier for me to accomplish. What do I mean by that? Well, Fire Knight is going to be energy. It's going to be gems. My gem count is about 900 right now. And it might actually just be easier for me to just sit down for 15 minutes, level up a bunch of my gear, and knock out a gear enhancement event and not have to run a bunch of Fire Knight. It's maybe, less silver efficient, but it's easier on me. So there's a chance. So these are interchangeable. I will do either of these depending on really what my mood is and how much of the game that I want to play. I will say, actually, sorry, let's undo that. Boop. Because I had a realization while I'm making, this is why you plan. This is why you do stuff like this, guys. We will not do the gear enhancement because we are doing Dungeon Divers 3. So on Sunday, we're going to have to do Fire Knight to knock out that Dungeon Divers and get that Dungeon Divers 3 done. Now, I could say, okay, I won't do Dungeon Divers 3 and I'll do the gear enhancement instead. But if I'm doing Dragon and Fire Knight, that Dungeon Divers is going to be pretty easy. And we've seen pretty good rewards in these Dungeon Divers so far. So yeah, that's going to be the plan moving forward. But I also want to catch you guys up on some cool stuff that's happened on the account. Fortunately, yeah, I was going to try to look at old Dungeon Divers, but in the tournament section, we've got some good news here. You can see these are all the tournaments that have finished champion training. You can see right there, I did go up and get those material, right? We talked about trying to do everything I can to get every mythical shard I can possibly get on this account. Classic Arena was very easy. We got the rare and we just stopped at that point. The Ice Golem tournament, same thing. We got the rare and we stopped. We don't really care about epic books anymore on the account. For Champion Chase starts tomorrow, but for the Soul Chase tournament, I did go ahead and pull a couple more souls. I pulled a couple of Immortals and I even pulled 2 Eternals. And as you can see, we got the max rewards because we hit on a massive one. Now, I did not record it. That's my fault, but we got a massive soul. We got a 5-star soul for Empress. So I'm not going to be mad at that whatsoever, guys. That was an awesome pull and it didn't really take much, right? I still have 3,000. It's a lot less for the Immortal Soul Stones, but I didn't have to spend a lot for the Eternal because I was able to go through and sell off a lot of my collection of souls because we don't need those souls anymore for the missions. I think we talked about this in the video where there wasn't really anything that I needed to do other than a Waking Champion to 4. That's the only thing that I need to do with souls right now. I don't need to sell anything to get points or anything like that. So it just made a lot of sense to sell that stuff off. And as far as awakening something to 4 stars, we can pretty quickly probably find something in here. I don't know if my Oboro is already awakened higher than that. So now I actually might be in a little bit of trouble. My Skull Crown. Is my Skull Crown? There we go. Boom. Instant 4-star. Upgrade the Soul Crown. Wow. You guys get what I'm saying. So yeah, we will upgrade them, and that will be our final one. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at, but that was really cool. I was really pumped. That was a big points boost, and all I was trying to do at the time was just get a legendary book, and I shot up with 750 points for that 5-star mythical. So it was like, oh shoot, I'm even closer to these rewards. So I went ahead and grabbed those rewards, and I'm really happy that we did that. Now for the Gear Ascension tournament, I went and I got the mythical fragments, but I'm not going to go any further in this tournament, and I'm certainly not going to go for these rewards either. It's a little disappointing to me that these are only rewards for getting 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place. I feel like there should be some even rare ones in the tournaments. Now, I don't know if that was what it was in the last event, like the Alice event. Probably wasn't, and I'm probably just having higher expectations than necessary, but I really feel like the fragments shouldn't be hidden behind a 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place. That's just my opinion. You guys don't have to agree with me. I really think that the rare ones at the very least give us opportunities to get this stuff without having to spend 7, 8, 9, 10,000 energy. Like, that's just, I just don't get why these rewards need to be reserved for whales when they are a limited time reward that, you know, we're not going to have a chance to get again. So, but the event dungeon tournament, these rewards are good. I want to be clear about that, but I'm not doing it. I'm focused on the fusion, and as good as the rewards are, like this 3,500 for an immortal is pretty good, and a gold chest, like there's really good rewards potential in here, especially primal quartz, right? I'm just not doing it mostly because of saving up my resources for other dungeons, other things. But this also kind of pissed me off. This kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So, you know, rather than complain about it, which I know that I am doing, but it's just more conversational. But rather than just make a video and complain and cry about it, I'm not going to do it. And I think that's the best way to really get players' attention. If they look and they're like, man, we didn't get a lot of activity in these events, that they're going to say, okay, well, we need to up the ante and make it a little bit more worthwhile doing. So, like I said, Dragon Tournament, we're going to wait to do the Dragon Tournament on Saturday, which will be the last day that it's available, and that way we can double dip that with Dungeon Divers 3. So that is the game plan moving forward. So, but yeah, I'm really pumped about that soul. I probably need to rebuild my Empress. If you guys have any good videos on Empress builds or anything, feel free to put them in my Discord or put them in the comments, because I feel like I've got them built in like, not my best gear, because I have a lot of my best gear assigned for other areas of the game, dungeons and such, right? Preset teams for running Doom Tower, etc, etc, etc. But he's in pretty reasonable gear, but I don't know that I was getting the damage out of him. Admittedly, the only place I really tested him was Faction Wars Hard, which isn't going to always have the impact and the result that you want, right? Because simply because those enemies in Faction Wars Hard are just so flippin' strong. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. But either way, guys, I will go ahead and end this video here for you. I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and very quickly, if you're still here, give a shout out to my editor in the comments. He has been awesome. The thumbnails have been very entertaining, very good, and he's also put up with my missteps and mistakes, such as muting my microphone on accident and recording an entire video that he cannot use, right? So shout out to my editor. I just wanted to give him a big thank you. So let him know in the comments that you guys are enjoying it, if you are, right? Because I think he deserves some recognition and praise. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support the channel, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.